What's up, guys? I'm Brady, Nichol, and on this channel you're going to hear tips and tricks for getting out of debt and building wealth, and for the entrepreneur, how to grow your business successfully. So, we talked about a niche. What is that passionate thing that you have that brings value to somebody else? Last week we talked about the game plan. What steps are you going to take to put your business into motion? And we also talked about products and services. Which one are you? Are you a product-based business or a service-based business? You need to know that so that when you put this into motion, you have a clear path of where you're going. Now we're in part 3, the execution. The part where you actually put things into motion and get after it. You start to see real results with your business. And we're going to talk about that today. But right now, I'm not even in my office. I need to get there. So we're going to roll the intro and I'm going to get down there. So let's jump right into this week's topic, the execution. And so we got to start right at the beginning with start. That's it. That is the title over this first tip. Start. You have to start putting yourself out there for people to know who you are and what you do. And so you may just start with your friends and say, hey man, I just started cleaning houses for people, and if you ever need anybody to do that for you, let me know. The first time is on me and I'll take care of it. And then after that, we'll talk money. We'll talk business. And so, one, it takes the stress off of you having to do a fabulous job your first time, and you actually get your foot in the door with somebody that knows you, and they're more likely to recommend you to somebody else. And so, do that. Just start and put yourself out there and maybe try the first time free thing. And as you're starting, as you're in these first few weeks or months of this process, maybe find some people that are doing the same thing that you're doing and ask them for some tips. Ask them for some things that would help you along quicker, and see what they're doing. See what works. And we'll get in more to that in the step 4. But step 2, keep your enemies closer. Now, we've all heard this our whole lives. Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Well, it's true in your business, and maybe they're not enemies, maybe that's a little dramatic, but it's true. You need to be aware of your competition. You know, a lot of people struggle because they don't have comp awareness. They're not aware of what the competition is doing in the marketplace, in their niche. And they just don't know what they're up against. It just boils down to that. So as you're going along, see what other people in your niche are doing and see what attributes that they are applying to their business and do that. It works. It works. It's proven to work. It's proven to get them attention. Why wouldn't you be doing that? Now, I'm not just saying copy and paste, but I'm saying find the attributes that work and put it on your own stuff. Apply it to yourself. You know, how are they with customers? Is that what's bringing people in? Is that what's spreading awareness about their business? Under this same heading, be creative. Try new things. Try things that you've never tried before, and definitely things that nobody else has tried before. You know, brainstorm. Do some things that maybe spark something that is brand new that could explode and really throw your business forward in a way that's never been seen before. If you come up with that new idea that just everybody jumps on, man, you're going to make it big. But you have to actually try. That's the point. You have to try, and a lot of times fail hundreds of times at something before you find that one thing that just sets you apart from the rest of the world. Because some things will work, but a lot of times a lot of things won't work, and you just really won't know what opportunities you've missed if you don't try. And then you really got to be competitive. Be up to date with what people are charging in your niche. If you're too high, people are not going to buy. Remember that. I like that. That's good. If you're too high, they won't buy. I'm going to put that in a little quote so that people can do their little thing, and that's it. Tweet. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know why I couldn't figure out tweet. Yeah, tweet that. Too high, they won't buy. On the other side of it though, if you're too low, they're not going to buy either. Because with a lot of people, and probably the majority of people, there's an unwritten rule that if you charge too little, it means you're cheap. Yeah, you're cheap. Cheap pay equals cheap work. That's what a lot of people view it as. You know, you don't go buy a $40 camera and expect it to do the same thing that a $800 camera or even a $2,500 camera would do. No. If you want that quality, you want that high quality, you're going to buy the more expensive camera. You're going to pay for what it's worth. And I believe in my field in construction, it's the same way. You know, if we don't charge right in the middle, you know, kind of what everybody else is charging and be competitive, we're going to either lose jobs because we're charging way too much, or at least what society thinks is too much. And that's really what it is. The marketplace tells you what to charge. And if we're charging too low, people are going to think that our work is crap. They're going to think that we have low quality standards just based on that price range. Now, it could be completely wrong. It could be totally wrong of what your price is compared to what quality of work you do, but that tells a lot to people in those first few impressions. So, stay in the middle. Number 3, keep good books. And obviously what I mean, I'm talking about your accounting inside your business. What your profit, your loss, and your expenses are. Now there's more that goes into it, but those are the 3 main things. What's your profit? How much are you making a year? What's your loss? How much did you lose this year? And how much did you spend on expenses? And so one thing that I just got into this past month is FreshBooks. And no, this is not an ad for FreshBooks, but I just want to throw that out there that you can check that out, and I'll drop a link for it in the description. But it's really just a spreadsheet for your business, but it's a lot more organized and it's a lot cleaner, and it keeps track of everything for you. You can drop in pictures of receipts that you can keep track of those for your business, and you can import clients in there, which I really love, that keeps track of them. And everything that I do, whether it's an invoice, I can drop a new client in. I can drop a client that I haven't seen in months. If it's an estimate, I can do the same thing. And so you can really keep track better on FreshBooks. I am loving it so far. Maybe one day I'll do a tutorial on it. But it's basically a spreadsheet that you can use to track your profits, your losses, and your expenses. So remember this: what gets measured gets improved. When you are taking the time to look at what you made versus what you lost, and sometimes it balances out. You know, if you lost everything that you made that year, you didn't make anything. You broke even. Sometimes it's terrible. Sometimes you lose more than you make, and then you're in the hole. And then on the other end of the spectrum, it's completely opposite. You actually made a lot more than you lost, which is your profit for the year. So what gets measured gets improved. When you're taking the time to look at it, you know what you need to change. You can see what you need to change to actually bring those profits up and lower those expenses, lower those losses. If you bid a job wrong, you know next time that you need to change something. You need to add something that you didn't think about the last time. And so remember that, like the 4th time I said it. What gets measured gets improved. Number 4 is invest in yourself. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, but whether you're learning something all the time that has to do with your field, with your niche, that is progressing your business farther, that is adding value to your business, or if you're taking online courses or whatever it is, or you're just investing back into your business, you're putting money into it, you're buying new tools for the job. And that's a big deal, is to have the right tools for the job. And the more money that you can make, the more money that you can save up for your business to buy new things, the better. You do not want to go into debt over your business. That is a terrible mistake that I see so many people make. They take out huge loans that they shouldn't have had to take to start their business. They wanted to. They wanted to take out those loans, and some of them make it. I'm not saying that you can't make it through debt. I am, and you can. But I'm just saying it's so much better that you don't take out huge loans for your business. If you own everything that's in your business, that profit goes through the roof. You make so much more, and you don't have to worry about the bank coming and taking everything away because you missed a payment because you didn't have enough work or you didn't make enough sales that month. So think about that. Actually worry about not going into debt over your business. Man, I just went way off track. Invest in yourself. That's where we're at. So whether it's schooling, that you're learning something more, or you're taking time to study your niche, or you're just working on your craft and making yourself better. You know, it doesn't matter what you do. You can always make yourself better at your skill. It's either that or you're putting it back into the business and you're growing the business and you're working towards your future goal. Remember that we set that in the game plan. Your future goal, what are you working for? Number 5, and this is the last tip in this video. Progress, don't regress. Now that means keep moving forward at all costs. I hate seeing people that get so far and it's like they flip a switch and go completely the opposite direction of what they were doing. They focus on the wrong things and they don't make it all the way. And a lot of people bite off more than they can chew. Running a business is like a mountain. Picture a mountain. Where do you start climbing a mountain? Do you start at the top? No. You're going to start right at the bottom, right at the basic level, and start working your way up that mountain. So you got to start at the bottom and take off baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, and keep going towards the top. Eventually you're going to get there, and it's slow. It's not an overnight thing. I've said that plenty of times. It's a crock pot world, not a microwave. And so you're not going to go fast. And that's the worst mistake somebody can make, is going too fast. So get your feet under yourself, keep going, keep working towards your goal. You know, I heard Sean Cannell mention this on his channel on Think Media one day. He said, running a business is like riding a bike. You'll fall over from lack of momentum if you stop. And it's so true. You just keep moving forward. You don't go too fast. You don't want to lose control. But you're gonna go at a paced speed. And you're gonna keep moving, and you're gonna keep moving. Eventually you're gonna see your sales go up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and it's gonna build momentum. Don't be afraid of criticism, because criticism is sometimes a good thing. You know, of course there's critics that just like to heckle people, but there's also good critics that are actually giving you valuable information that you can use to apply it to your business and make things better. You know, I want feedback. I want you guys to tell me what you think of these videos and what I can make better so that I know how to keep going forward. So do that, and just to add to that, people stop because of critics sometimes. They kind of get back into their little shell because of what people are saying online. I know online is vicious. I've seen some comments that you guys put out there. It's awful. But Sean Cannell said this on Think Media one day. He said, running a business is like riding a bike. You'll fall over from lack of momentum if you stop. And that's true. You can't just quit and expect your business to keep going. Like, you got to keep putting yourself out there every single day. You got to hustle and grind, and you got to make it work. So that's it. That's the execution. That is what you need to start doing right now. 5 steps. Get after it. Hey, I just want to thank y'all for sticking around and actually taking the time to learn your craft, to learn what things that you could be paying attention to make things work better for your business. And so if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, and go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're not already, and ring that bell so you don't miss anything that I put out each and every week. If you want to see part 1 of this series, go ahead and click right there. And if you want to see part 2 of this series, the game plan, click right there. And